The moment they get a counter registration number on a mail, then you can start processing the first level.
How many levels are there?
There are practically first level, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 consists of 11 subjects. 11 subjects, and part 2 contains mainly 5 subjects with practical examination, interview, drafting, conveyancing, that is in part 2. So part 1, 11 subject, mainly I'll just give the brief, that is Law of Torts, Contract Act, Transfer of Property Act, then Constitution, Law of Professional Ethics, which is very important, Solicitor's Accounts, Solicitor's Taxation. These are the major 11 subjects where the result is 2 to 3%. All over the world people appear in the exams and the result is, so you are one of them.
Solicitor's taxation means you will have a different system of taxation in Indian income tax.
It's a taxation is with regard to how to evaluate the taxes, because solicitors are required to maintain a separate accounts.
Of clients.
Accounts of the clients, accounts of the firm, they are to be evaluated separately, and there is a separate system for the taxation. So of course that is, our Indian laws are based on British law, mind well, one is a basic thing. Why we are not going for any other country and why England? Our Indian Contract Act, which is the year? 1872. Evidence Act? CPC 1908. BMC Act 1888. So all our substantial laws are prior to our independence. Still Britishers are ruling in a different way. Am I clear? So there is nothing wrong in adopting some system of their procedures and a degree which will enhance us to grow. That degree will help us in growing in Indian system also, in our country also.
And what is now a difference between what we have, Bombay Incorporated Law Society, solicitorship, and this solicitor?
Good questions. In fact, my learned friend should have called first the solicitor from India, or we should have sat against each other, and this would have a good conversation. Huh? That would be a debate. I will say there are two important aspects of this. Our Indian solicitor course is also a very good course. Subjects are also exhaustive. But the pattern of marking system, checking the papers, and the concept of favoritism. I will not open my mouth in this, my friends at large. Concept of favoritism is a big word. We have to read between the lines. You can read between the lines, lawyers can always read between the lines. So that is the reason why. I'll give one only small example. One of my very good friends, she is elder to me by 2 years. We were together in Thakkar and Thakkar Solicitors. Any of you have heard about the leading firm, Thakkar and Thakkar Solicitors? Now, yeah, my friend is there, Devang. Now that firm today is no more in existence. They have started some other international setup in London only. Now, she was senior to me when I was taking training in the year 93. I was a law student, I was also taking training from Thakkar and Thakkar. She was appearing constantly for this solicitor's examination, that is Incorporated Law Society from India. Second, third, fourth, fifth, and last item is sixth. She was a university ranker, very clever girl. To appear for the 7th attempt, you know what is the procedure? Anybody who is studying solicitors from India? You are appearing? Good. You know there is a provision of appearing for the 7th attempt? You are aware? What we have to do? Internship, okay. You have to file a writ petition in the High Court. Take a permission of the Chief Justice to appear for the 7th attempt. So my learned colleague, she is senior to me, she took a leave of our previous Chief Justice. She appeared, considering her track record, university ranking, she was allowed to appear for the 7th attempt. Simmi, her name is, I am giving the name also, to cross, we are lawyers, ना साला ये बात करता है कि घुमा रहा क्या है. She appeared for the 7th attempt and she could not clear the examination. So there are so many reasons with regard to, apart from that you are academically sound, but the system of marking, pattern of giving marks creates a lot of disturbance, and which was a troubling factor to me also. I was not inclined, therefore I was advised. I am not not inclined, though I have done my articleship with my senior solicitor Vinod Mistry and company. I did my articleship, my all papers were sent there. But that was the main reason, that that concept of favoritism before 20 years also was there, and it is prevalent right now also.
Still continuing.
It is continuing. There is a system, what I have heard, every year there is a quota system. You know quota? Quota is, ये फर्म में से ये टाइम इसको लेने का है, ये फर्म में से इसको पास करेंगे, इसको करेंगे, और आप कोई फर्म में नहीं हो, आप कहीं छोटी मोटी सॉलिसिटर इंडिविजुअल की ऑफिस में हो, तो आप वहाँ पे पड़े रहोगे. Am I making myself clear?
Yes, yes.
Rahul?
This is what
So
we
in
want to
such circumstances, in a Western Railway, one of my friend met me in the year 2005. I think he is also criminal side leading practitioner, Mr. Samir Vaidya, Supreme Court. He practicing in a Supreme Court, doing up down twice in a week, Bombay, Delhi, he is traveling. So Samir Vaidya was my colleague. In a train we used to travel together. He said, Piyush, tu aisa kar ke you try, this course is good, I have applied, I have been granted eligibility criteria, you also apply. So because of that train group, I applied. And story went ahead. Unfortunately, his degree is pending. I used his books to clear my exams. Because books are nowadays costing how much, Vijay? About 1.5 lakh rupees is a first level study material. I think you have brought the books, no? At the end of the lecture, we will circulate the books. You can have a feel, you know. At least you have a feeling of books and what is the syllabus. So I have specifically told him, you please bring the book. So we will have some, flavors. So that is the main reason we have opted for British solicitorship.
One more question which is there in my mind is, we have a concept in that if there is a solicitor, he will never appear. So is it what has been taught to you in your solicitorship? Are you being banned not to appear and do only draftings as it was in that previous times when it was British era, barrister at law, they will argue and rest will draft. It is like that or something different?
No, those days are over. Nowadays, there is no bar on appearance in the court. Even though you are a solicitor, you are not confining your practice to the AC cabin. As a solicitor, you appear in the court, you plead, and you are entitled to appear in Supreme Court also, means the moment you clear your exams. And we are eligible for appearing in England also because we have got a practicing certificate. There are two, after obtaining this degree, let's assume that you all are solicitors from England and Wales. Let's visualize, There are two types of certification. One is practicing certificate and second is non-practicing certificate. If you are practicing certificate, you have to pay 900 pounds yearly fees. For 1 year, madam, 1 year to be on an enrollment. And for non-practicing, you have to pay 20 pounds. So, but in your visiting card, you must write after your degree, Solicitor England and Wales into bracket NP.
Non-practicing.
Not that non-performing assets. NPA. Good, no? It's a good, I think commercial law वाले तो होंगे अपने. बहुत होंगे. So, these are the two differences of practicing certificate and non-practicing certificate. And accordingly, you can enroll yourself and then